Look who's been sprinting to court to block a subpoena of their bank records. Republicans are furious. I made a prediction last week after the publication of that report by The Hill, where writers John Solomon and Allison Spann revealed that the true collusion with Russia not only ran back to 2009, but included Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Eric Holder, James Comey, John Podesta, and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. The prediction I made was that the Trump-Russia collusion story would quietly fade away, and eventually Robert Mueller would find a couple of scapegoat low-ranking Trump staffers to blame, and they would close the book on the investigation. When the truth comes out and it points directly to the very people who were crying foul and shouting, "The Russians, the Russians," it's also time for the Democrats to eat Moscow crow. This week, two high-ranking officials in Fusion GPS, the company which produced the infamous Trump dossier that Senator John McCain somehow mysteriously got his hands on and handed to James Comey at the FBI, at which later turned out to be a colossal piece of trash fiction, have both pleaded the Fifth at the House Intelligence Committee hearings and are now attempting to block subpoenas of the company's banking records. Fox News, the firm behind the controversial anti-Trump dossier, has gone to court in an attempt to block a House committee subpoena for the company's banking records, 2 days after Fusion GPS representatives took the Fifth on Capitol Hill. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes had issued a subpoena on October 4th for those TD Bank records, but according to documents reviewed by Fox News, Fusion is seeking a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction to block the release of those records. Fusion's filing in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia claimed that complying with the subpoena would deny plaintiff and its clients their rights to free speech and expressive association as guaranteed by their First Amendment to the Constitution. However, committee Republicans say Fusion is not a media organization and is not entitled to the same protections. Fusion has refused to tell congressional committees who paid for the dossier or reveal its sources. The move comes after two top officials from the political research firm invoked their Fifth Amendment right and refused to answer questions Wednesday before the same House panel on Capitol Hill. Fusion GPS co-founder Peter Fritsch and Top Lieutenant Thomas Caton both took the Fifth on every question posed. A source close to the matter told Fox News that the Democratic staffers in the hearings were aggressive and ran interference to protect Fusion GPS, often interrupting questions by Republican members on the committee. Lawmakers for months have been trying to investigate the origin of the salacious anti-Trump dossier, which claimed the Russian government had compromising material on the current president. It was provided to journalists and the FBI last year when he was still a Republican candidate. Fusion GPS, though, has fought to keep details of the document private. I wonder why. Fusion lawyer Joshua Levy on Wednesday avoided using the term taking the Fifth and emphasized that his clients exercise their constitutional rights. No American should experience the indignity that occurred today, Levy said Wednesday. No American should be compelled to appear before a congressional committee just to invoke constitutional privileges. Another co-founder, Glenn Simpson, is under subpoena for a later date. Levy, in a recent letter, noted that Simpson spoke recently to the Senate Judiciary Committee, but asked that the company be excused from testimony before Nunes's panel, as sought by the subpoenas. As the Democrats are attempting to run interference in this investigation, it begs the question as to why exactly are they doing this? In theory, they should be as curious as the Republicans, as to how this piece of trash fiction managed to get into the hands of the FBI, and they should, again, in theory, have no loyalties to this group that was obviously doing things that were not on the up and up. Otherwise, why plead the fifth on every question? When it comes to the Republicans, these should be done, these should be some questions aimed not at Fusion GPS execs, because they have obviously got something to hide, but to the Democrats in the House Intelligence Committee. I would just love to know the reasons why these Democrats feel the necessity to protect these people. Isn't that precious? I mean, really, they should just, get them to answer or throw them in jail if they refuse to answer and plead the fifth. Till you start telling the truth, you're staying in jail. How do you like them apples? That's what I would say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.